My name is Bonnie Ingram, and I'm just creating this video here quickly to show you how to check to see if you have any blown areas on your image. So right now I have a picture of this cute little guy up on the screen, and I want to actually create an action so that I can do it quickly, check quickly on all my images. So I'm going to go make sure I'm on my actions palette, click the little flyout arrow, new action, name it something that I'll remember. Click OK. Now everything that I do from here on out will be recorded in Photoshop so that I can use it. So now what I want to do is go to my layers palette and click on the little symbol at the bottom for adjustment layer and click levels. And I'm going to take this black arrow on the left and drag it all the way to the right, and hopefully your whole image turns black. That's what it should do. And you can see that the input level numbers here on the left hand side are changing. What I want to do is take that black arrow and drag it back till I get to somewhere between 240 245. Maybe I'll do 243. That's a pretty safe number for printing purposes. And what I can see here when I moved it back is this area turned red, and those are actually areas that are blown that will show when printed that they are blown, so I want to fix those. I'm going to select OK, and I'm going to actually come back and duplicate the background so that I can work off of this layer to fix that. Now I'm finished with my action, so I'm going to click stop, and there I have my action, but right now I need to fix it. So if I click my levels layer on and off, I can see the image, and I can see that what is blown is right on his nose and his cheek. So you can't actually, as far as I know, in Photoshop fix a blown area by fixing the actual exposure. You just have to kind of fudge a little bit by painting is what the method I usually use that is pretty good. You just have to do it carefully. So what I'm going to do is select my dropper tool and come over, and I can tell that the areas that are blown are his cheek and his nose, so I'm just going to use my eyedropper tool to select a color that is right next to the blown areas, a little darker spot. And so I have that here. I'm going to turn my levels layer back on, make sure I'm going to paint on my background copy. Click the paintbrush. Also make sure your hardness slider is all the way to the left and your opacity is fairly low. So I am ready. I'm on my background. I'm ready to paint over top of these blown areas to try and make them disappear. You can see they're gradually disappearing, which is what I want. If it's taking you a while to paint over them, it could either be because you need to raise your opacity slightly, or maybe you need to choose a little darker color to be painting with. But it looks like I'm able to get them pretty good with this. So now that I have painted over them, I can turn my levels layer on and off to see the image again, and if I turn the background area on and off, I can see the areas that I've painted over. And if I painted over, for example, a crease or something that I wanted to see, I could just go to the erase tool and kind of erase in there. But it looks like it's pretty good, so I'm going to just flatten the image. And I might just take the patch tool to try and smooth out this transition a little bit right there. So I might just do that, fade it slightly, and then I can come over here and see a before and a after. And it looks pretty good. I could touch up a little bit more if I wanted to, but for right now that looks pretty good. So that's all that I would do to it. If I wanted to check to make sure again, I can always come back up here to the action I created, press play, and I can see that I have fixed the blown areas, so it would be ready for printing. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Thanks a lot.